going? Today we're going to draw the Predator's face from the movie Prey. It's kind of a cool design. You get it's like a stone mask or something, like a bone mask. But yeah, it's going to be relatively easy, and that's it. Let's jump into it. And we're going to make it short as well. So right off the bat over here, I'm going to draw a curve right here for most of the front of the mask. It's like a curve, and it doesn't have to be like a straight curve either. In fact, it's better that it's not. I'm going to continue back over here, down along the side of the mask, pulling in a bit, back, down. It's kind of like has this little corner here, and it's going to curve in here. Line right here for the nasal cavity, down over here, and it's kind of like again, it's like a bone mask, so it's got this kind of like this is gonna be teeth, with some of the teeth that are remaining from some animal that he's using. Back here, I'm gonna pull a line down over here for just kind of the general hair thing going on. It was got those tubes or something. Line over here for one tooth. You can see it under the mask. He's got the that spider face. Line right there for a tooth. Up over here. Can you see that side of the mouth? Down. Down. Line up, and pulling up. Over here, curve, curve, line underneath, see kind of that lower mouth area, and you're gonna see the other, claw from his mouth. His mouth opens up like kind of like a spider. Line, 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 right there. And then, honestly, you can draw like a shoulder out over here if you want, but you don't need to. Over here, line up right there for the nose area. Gonna kind of fill in this area kind of mostly with dark. And maybe kind of look at the teeth of that mouth a little bit there, like right here, right here. It's gonna be like he has like a skull over his face, pretty much. Gonna fill in this area because he has his real face underneath. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna break up the face, pretty much. You're gonna break up the face because his mask, has like a center line right here. But again, it's like made out of bone. So maybe line over here, connecting a line. I don't know what he is using per se, but over here. Over here, and it's just kind of like some bone joints. I'm not really sure what to say because you can kind of draw that any way you want as well. You can just make sure the line is thinner than the outside. Forgive me, I forgot to say that part. Definitely make sure the line is thinner. Line over here. And then so now that we have this, we want to make it clear, a little bit more clear to the viewer. So I'm gonna fill in certain areas over here with dark. It's gonna fill in the area. Generally, go over here, draw more of the tendrils. Line over here, line over here, line over here. It's kind of like fixing up that kind of hair area to kind of make that a little bit more readable. It's harder too because you're not really getting a good look at his eye, right? It's just this obscure mask. So we have to kind of like bold out parts of it here. See, I'm gonna put a thicker line around just the mask to make it more obvious what it is, like that it's separating. Otherwise, it's gonna become too mixed up. It just looks like a mess. So you have to like throw a thicker line around that mask area to kind of make that, see how that clears it up a bit right there. And then maybe you could throw a thicker line over here around the parts of his mouth that are sticking out. All right, and that's good enough, honestly. I would say like that reads well enough. If you saw the movie, that reads well enough. And that's the mask right there. Generally, like I said, this stuff stays light. This stuff stays light. You know, and it's a little more free-flowing as far as like, this is just the texture right here of that skull mask. All right, thanks so much. I'll talk to you later.